Hello YouTube, welcome back, and it's been a while since I've done one of these videos, but here we go. Today I have for you a Pokemon trading card game battle in real life. And I haven't done a video like this in a while, like I said, but I brought my camera to League this past weekend, and lo and behold, there was someone there who was willing to have a battle on camera. I apologize that this isn't the closest of battles, but... And also that it's not a really competitive deck. Most of the people who are usually at League were in Kansas City for regionals this past weekend, so that explains that. But anyway, so here we are. I am going to be testing out my Yveltal deck against this young man, my opponent. And I don't really remember what kind of deck he has. Obviously it's a fairy deck of some kind, but... anyway, whatever it is, I'm sure we'll be able to see soon enough. What happens is I record these at League on Saturday, and then usually record the audio a few days later. It's currently Tuesday. I'm hoping to have this published on Wednesday. So, you know, you can imagine between Saturday and Tuesday all the kinds of stuff that can go on that can kind of make you forget about what goes on. But anyway, so... just talking here while I shuffle my deck, and looks like I start off with a small Yveltal, so obviously going to start with that. I believe I'm going to go first, if I remember correctly. And so here we go. And yes, I am going first. Yeah, I'm up against a fairy deck. His active is a Jigglypuff, and on his bench is a Xerneas and Yveltal. That's pretty awesome. So I begin. I have plenty of options in my hand. Probably going to attach an energy and then play a supporter of some kind. There's the energy. Oh, I don't have a supporter, but I do have computer search, which can get me a supporter. Going to get rid of an Ultra Ball and a Tool Scrapper. Just because there wasn't really anything else in my hand that I wanted to get rid of. I really needed the... I forgot what else was in there, but I didn't need the Ultra Ball because if I get a supporter, then I can just, I have a really good chance of pulling a Pokemon off with the supporter. And then with the Tool Scrapper, he's running a fairy deck, and given that he is, well, not a competitive player, let's just put it that way, I'm pretty certain he doesn't run too many tools, and if he does, nothing that really poses a threat. So I used computer search to get an N. Let's see if I play that right away. I also have a Muscle Band and an Enhanced Hammer in my hand. I don't know why I didn't get rid of the Enhanced Hammer, to be honest, instead of the Ultra Ball, because since he's playing a fairy deck, well, he could be playing some sort of fairy transfer deck. Regardless, I did get rid of the Ultra Ball instead of the Enhanced Hammer. Played Muscle Band on my Yveltal, and then I played N. So now we both get 6 new cards. And, well, he just pulled an Aromatisse off of those 6 cards. So, let's see what I end up with. It's really hard to see his hand right now, but he doesn't really have it spread out for me. And my hand is really crappy right now. Energies, 1 Dark Patch, and 2 Random Receivers. Random Receiver will come in great next turn, but they're pretty useless to me this turn. So I pass. His turn, he attaches a Fairy Energy to Xerneas. And... passes. Nothing else he can do, I guess. I'm definitely going to play Random Receiver here. I could also play the double colorless energy to the mini Yveltal that is active, but it's better to wait and get something that can actually use it. So I play the Random Receiver and I get an N. I could play the other one, but I'm just going to go with this. So I play N again. We both shuffle our hands into our decks and draw a 6, because with N we both have to get brand new cards equal to the number of prize cards in our that we have left. So yeah, since we both have 6 prize cards, we both get 6 new cards. So that's the story with this. So I get 6 and he's working on getting 6, and I still didn't get a Pokemon, but I did get an Ultra Ball. I could use Ultra Ball to discard a Darkness. Well, this is what I'm going to do. I'm going to use it to discard a Darkness Energy and a Hypnotoxic Laser, because I need to keep that double colorless energy. I have no way of getting a DCE out of the discard pile, and I need to keep the Dark Patch, and I need to keep the Bicycle. So pretty much just discard whatever's left that I don't absolutely need. So using Ultra Ball, I'm trying to find my Yveltal EX from the set, but it's not in there, so it's prized somewhere. So I just get another Yveltal EX, a promo one. I run 2 promos and 1 set Yveltal. I attach a DCE to that Yveltal and use Dark Patch, attach a Darkness Energy to it. It's all set up. Of course, I cannot, well, I just played Bicycle there for 4. So, really playing as much as I can. I can Bicycle for 1 here. I'm going to play Mr. Mime on the bench just to play more cards from my hand. Bicycle for 2. I was really hoping for a Darkrai there so I could retreat right now and get the Yveltal EX into play, but that didn't happen. So now I am going to use Oblivion Wing for 30. And that's because Jigglypuff has a resistance to darkness, so it would be down to 10, but then I have the Muscle Band, which puts it back up to 30. And I would normally move a Darkness Energy from my discard pile to one of my bench Pokemon, but I don't have any Darkness Energy in my discard pile to do so. So it's his turn. Attaches a Fairy Energy to Xerneas, since he knows this Jigglypuff is probably going to die. No reason to power it up. And he's probably going to pass. Well, I don't know. Oh, yeah, he's just passing there. So it's my turn. I'm showing off my hand to the camera there. I have really nothing to work with. I could attach a Dark Claw to Yveltal EX because it doesn't look like he runs Tool Scrapper. Well, I don't know that, but he hasn't shown any indication that he runs it. So it's probably safer these days to just leave it in your hand until the last possible minute. Actually, that looks like that's what I do. I just leave it. And I get an Yveltal EX from my prizes. Not the set Yveltal EX, just the promo. And it's his turn. I used Oblivion Wing there to knock out Jigglypuff. So it's his turn. He promotes Xerneas. He attaches a Fairy Energy. He could do Geomancy here or whatever the other move is. I forgot what the other move is called. But he uses the other move and puts 100 damage on me, which is pretty darn good. It's my turn. I bench that Yveltal I got from my prizes, attach a Dark Claw to the benched Yveltal EX, or the one that already has a lot of energy on it. I could Juniper here, and I'm going to Juniper here, getting rid of a lot of stuff I really don't want to, but sometimes when you play Juniper, you just gotta play it. Sometimes new cards are better than old cards. And in this case, it worked out pretty well, because I got a Professor's Letter, which will get me 2 more energy, so if I want, I can attach manually to the active Yveltal and then retreat it. I also got a Verbank from that. I don't think I got a laser, but a laser isn't helpful right now. It looks like I didn't. I also got a double colorless energy. I got a whole lot of stuff from that. And I attached to Yveltal, then retreated manually. I think we're seeing more and more of decks that just do not retreat their Pokemon by discarding energy. More and more we're seeing like Pokemon with free retreat, with Darkrai's Dark Cloak, or Fairy Garden Stadium for fairy Pokemon, stuff like that, and Floatstone especially. But there, sometimes you just gotta discard energy, and actually Dark decks, that is not a bad thing, because you want the Darkness Energy in the discard pile to get back with later with Dark Patch or Yveltal's Oblivion Wing. So I used I don't remember, I think I used Wise Cyclone there. No, I couldn't have. I must have used Evil Ball. I used Evil Ball, it has 10 left. Okay, yeah, I did use Evil Ball. Okay. So he benches a beautiful full art Yveltal EX, attaches a Fairy Energy to it, and I'm looking to see what Xerneas does. He ends up using Geomancy instead of the second attack. He's going to attach a Fairy Energy to the small Yveltal and a Fairy Energy to the Yveltal EX, and that is his turn. It's my turn. I really only need to play a laser here and I could knock out this Xerneas, but unfortunately I don't have a laser. Plus, what's the use in that when I would much rather just attack. So here, I finally am able to get my Darkrai EX into play. Beautiful full art that I got recently. Gives all of my Pokemon with Darkness Energy attached to it free retreat, which is really, really important for these kinds of decks. Pretty much any dark deck, you need Darkrai in order to get free retreat. And I use Skyla for my supporter. I don't know what I was really looking for here, but I end up going for Professor Juniper for next turn, which I think is a really good move. I mean, there's nothing else for me to really go for other than a different supporter. So I could, if I had another Darkness Energy in play, then I could retreat into the benched mini Yveltal, use Oblivion Wing, and get another one into play for my discard pile, but I don't. So I'm probably just going to Y Cyclone here and move an energy from the Yveltal EX to something else. And I'm going to do that. Y Cyclone, and I move the double colorless energy from Yveltal EX to the benched Yveltal EX. And it's my opponent's turn. He's going to draw, and energy retrieval, which is going to get him 2 fairy energy. He unfortunately needs Darkness Energy on either his Yveltal or his Yveltal EX. Oh, there we go. In order to make it attack. So now his Yveltal EX can do either Evil Ball or Y Cyclone, whichever. So he's going to just pass, and it's my turn. And I'm explaining to him how Dark Cloak works. I think that's what I'm doing anyway. Anyway, I think that Yveltal EX is one of the most powerful cards in format right now, even more powerful than, say, Muscle Band or Hypnotoxic Laser, just because of how amazingly ridiculous it is. It's like Mewtwo and then some. If you guys remember the Mewtwo Wars in 2012, you know what I'm talking about. So I played my Professor Juniper. I got, that's not actually a bad hand. I am going to probably attach an energy because I haven't done that yet. I get to retreat my Yveltal EX for free, go into the benched one, and energy switch from the now benched one to the now active one. This Yveltal EX is going to do so much with Evil Ball, it's insane. Let's see, 20, 40, 60, 80, 120, 140, 160. It does 160 as of right now. So I could, with the laser in hand, knock out the benched Yveltal EX as well, but unfortunately there's a smaller Yveltal that is active and I need to knock that out. So I do that. He attaches another Darkness Energy and he's going to Evil Ball, and I think that's a knockout. That is a knockout, so he gets 2 prizes for that. And it's time for me to promote my new Yveltal EX. I attach a Darkness Energy to it. I don't think that'll be enough to knock it out. 60, it's doing 60 on its own, and then another 120, I think? Yeah, so actually with that I have won the game. With that Evil Ball, it does 160 without the laser, and then the laser adds 10, so 170, and that's a knockout. And that is the game, folks. And again, I'm sorry that it took me so long to post another TCG battle, and I'm sorry there's only one this week. Hopefully I'll have more coming up, more competitive ones on top of that. I hope you all enjoyed. If you liked this video, then leave a comment and subscribe, because I'll be doing this a whole lot more in the future. And I hope you enjoyed watching this, and thanks everyone for watching, and stay tuned for more.